Don't remember exactly when, but I remember in the beginning, I don't know which video, what name it is, but Bridget Lanigan, had made a video about words. And you know how words can be misinterpreted, but if we listen with our heart, basically we're all speaking the same language, we're just saying everything in different ways. And I resonate with that. I totally believe in that. And you know, part of being aligned is seeing through the words and, you know, being able to resonate or at least listen to like many different opinions and many different ideas. That's what New World is. That's what the world is heading towards, is, you know, that whether anyone considers themselves a leader or master, that they listen to everything, always have an open heart, and that, you know, goes with the mind. We still have our minds, and that we are ready to turn on a dime of when we hear something new to integrate, or, you know, use our discernment and this is not for me. Like, boom, it doesn't resonate at all. Like, even if you try to wrap your heart, brain, and heart, mind, and soul around it, it doesn't give you shivers. For me, that's how I am guided. I live by my shivers. They lead me well. And one thing Blue Flame Integration said the other day in a video is that, and I forget exactly how she said it, I'm paraphrasing as usual, like my interpretation of what she said, is basically that even when you're led into your deepest shadow work, into your biggest nightmares, you're still seeing the sinks. The sinks are amazing, because you're being guided by spirit to go into your deepest nightmare situation to conquer, merge with your shadow. To understand the things that you fear, you have to go through them. And I think that's really important to say. Sinks are there for everything, whether it be for the most amazing, blessed experience that is, you know, feels right, or those things that we didn't wish we couldn't have lived, but once you're out of it and you realize why you did, you can still call it your worst nightmare, but it's your best blessing. Anyways, I digress. So anyone who understands or has looked at the Schumann, anyone who doesn't understand what the Schumann resonance is by now, Witchy Witch Vibes 11, she has an amazing video on that. If, you know, instead of going to research it, you can listen to her speak about it openly, and she's very authentic in that video. Of it describes it so well. You can wrap your whole self around it with just that video. And depending on, you know, how connected you are within, and if you resonate with the 5 elements, then you actually feel the Schumann spiking and doing the things that it does. The Schumann is the heartbeat of the planet, you know, summed up really short, and therefore if you're connected to Mother Earth, you feel the Schumann. And how you feel the Schumann depends on how you're aligned within. So, you know, like, it doesn't mean that if you're 100% aligned, you still will get tired. And being tired is not a negative thing. It's your body telling you to reground, regroup, find a way to bust through it. It might be sleep. For me, yesterday, my thing when I kind of felt it was to go for a drive, to look for an adventure-y type of thing that would happen to bring my vibe up. I could have taken a nap, but I preferred to do something with my daughter. That was my choice yesterday. Sometimes I just sleep, and sometimes it just depends on how I'm feeling, and, you know, where we are at in the day and what's going on around me. And you know, there's a lot of talk in certain videos of, you know, that Monday is a turning point or a portal or an event, and it is. And what's coming in, You know, I'm all rainbows and butterflies and sparkles, and that's because that's my truth. I see sparkles everywhere and I see rainbows everywhere, um, plus the rest, right? But I'm also very scientific-y, and even though I don't speak scientific-y and I can't describe things in certain ways to maybe seem as like credible as like a scientist and a, you know, a doctor or a physicist, I do a lot of background research, and what's coming in Monday, scientifically, you know, fact-based, is a solar storm. And this solar storm has the potential for a pole shift, the same way that on January 5th, I believe it was, I'd have to look for I have the link in my emails, because I actually wrote to a doctor to ask him what specific time the pole shift happened that changed the nautical courses so much that they updated the GPS systems for, you know, everyone, especially, you know, like the people on the oceans needed that, like, boom, pronto, before they were in bad situations. And so this solar storm coming in has the potential for that. And my source of what I read today, you know, it really is time, first of all, to make sure that you are where you're supposed to be. Second, that you listen to your spidey senses of, if you have that feeling you should be somewhere else on any specific time or day, or if you're being told within right now that you're supposed to be going somewhere and you're like, well, no, I said I was going to go to Easter supper at my mom's. I have to go to my mom's. Well, maybe you're not supposed to be at your mom's. You know, it's up to you to know. I've said it before in my Sounding the Drums video, and I'll say it again. Depending on your GPSs right now, if you're actually going somewhere, maybe not the best idea. That's up to you. And depending on where you live and what your water sources are, having extra water right now could be really important. And being grounded, balanced, and aligned within, where you're following your 100% discernment and aligned with yourself, is really important right now, because the potential of this solar storm to you know, mess with the satellites, to mess with the, you know, the cell phone service is very high, very high. So if you're that person that right now, like, you feel good, but you're being guided and you're looking at everything around you for, you know, internal balancing of your compass, yeah, Monday is going to be a big day for you if you have no cell phone service and you can't, like, reach out to the people that you usually reach out to when you're drowning. So, not trying to instill fear, trying to instill that fact of, it's really time for you to be listening to your own selves. And, you know, the time of gurus has been done for a while now, and you are your own guru. No one can give you that thing inside but yourself. And you know, those people who need other people to need them in order to have their energy, that time is up as well. So yeah, there's, depending on how you look at it, right? You can look at it as something scary, or you can see it as like the ultimate blessing. Depends on how you perceive things. On a super Saturday.